Hey, it's Willie Armelini from Flowers and Scents with your industry buzz. Today we're going to interview Giampaolo Benini from Liguria Blumem. And they grow all sorts of dried materials and ranunculus, and they're just from San Remo, and they really do a nice job out of Italy. So let's talk to our friend Giampaolo, better known as Gumpy. My friend here, Giampaolo Benini from Liguria Blumem. So tell us about Liguria Blumem.
Hi, Willie. Hi, everybody. This is Giampaolo from Liguria Blumem. First of all, I will going to explain why my company has this name, Liguria Blumem. Liguria is my region here in Italy, and Blumen is a German word to say flowers. The reason because we have this name, it is because the company started the business in 1960, so it's a very long tradition company. Yep. And the name is due because the company started to send exclusively to Germany. And at the period there was just carnation. Here in Sanremo, the hill was full of carnation. And it was the most requested flower from Italy. So at that point, at that time, it was completely different as today. There was a train, there was no truck as today. There was a train starting at 4 o'clock, and people used to pack the carnation in a big wood case with dried ice, because of course the train takes a good day to travel to Germany. So more than today, of course. Today we are faster, and this is the reason because we have this name. As I said, in that period there was just carnation, and then keep going, arriving to 1985. Here in Liguria, we get a big frost, a very hard winter, and all the cultivation died. Wow. So at this point there was nothing more to send, and then started a different trend, a different mode. People, it was still asking something to use with the flower or as flower. And my company started to sell green, wild green. So people was going in the wood and start cutting whatever was possible to use it. Right. And we worked for a pretty long time with this mode, with this trend. And then, of course, year after year, flower restart to be grown in this corner of Italy. And we arrive now to the 2021, which is today. We are now growing since approximately 20 years, 20 years, ranunculus. We are growing eucalyptus. We are growing Pittosporum. We are growing pompon. We are growing several kind of stuff. And then we trade also, and we have a very large offer to our customer. So that's a little bit the story about my company. Today we are exporting into 25 different countries in the world, starting from Europe, of course. US is my biggest market, and then we serve Far East, Canada, Russia, Emirates, and Australia also.
So the US is your biggest customer. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh. And how are you finding logistics these days, my friend? Because I think the biggest challenge we're having is with not a lot of planes and people traveling. How are you finding logistics?
Well, logistic, of course, it's a very difficult point to manage. I should say at least important as the quality of the flower. But, you know, after so long time, we have a good acknowledge, a good experience, and we carry our flower primarily by truck. Of course, in Europe, everything is going by truck. Overseas, of course, we use the truck and the plane. And for very, very far away destination, as is at the moment Australia and New Zealand, we go by ship. So sea container. Oh. Not everything could be sent, of course, by sea container, as you can imagine, Willie, because it's, fresh flowers. But recently, in the last 3 years, we also started the dried program. with a dried flower. So it's a very big demand on that. And actually, we have a new location just dedicated to that because the request is so high. And after I will show you then something interesting.
Okay, so yeah, well, you've been the last few shows I saw you at in Europe, around the world, you were showing lots of dried stuff. So that's become a big part of your product line, yes?
Yes. As I said, it's dried. It's a big demand, and it going right behind the fresh. I have to say, started probably 3 years ago again in the wool world. We have requests from the wool world now, and what has happened last year with the COVID and with the emergency made stronger and stronger this article, because the dried, it's of course a much long life, a long resting life. It is not a risky item like the flowers.
Sure.
And of course, when everything is happened, people start to think and say, "Hey, if I use the dried, I will have less risk on my money." And I guess this is probably another reason, because yeah, there's so much request.
Good, that's good. Good for you. And you're dyeing them and painting them and doing all sorts of things to the dried stuff, yeah?
We do some things, and we don't do everything, of course, because it's should be too much thing to do it. I mean, we are always very engaged with, of course, our growing and our warehouse to prepare and packing everything. Normally, we use a lot of suppliers. You have to know really that here in Italy, there's no super large growing or cultivation like other country, because we have a lot of field. So it's we have a lot of small customer, small supplier. And of course, what we do, our job, it is really to have very high quality flowers. And then we take care to keep the quality and to keep the offer always the same color, same grade. And there's a lot of study around the package. 2 minutes ago, we was talking about the long trip and the logistic, which is an important point. And the key, it is, of course, to have the right package. So the flower that we send, for example, today and tomorrow to US, they will have a very special package, and they will allow to arrive in good condition.
And as you said there, the Italians at this point, as far as I know, are known for two things. They're known for their ranunculus, which are outstanding, and Italian rusticas, because it's got the name as well. So
correct, absolutely. I forgot to mention that we grow, of course, also rusticas. I will show you in a few minutes some my people working here, and today we have a large shipment for rusticas, so I will show you after. And yeah, that's also #1 item beside the ranunculus for US.
Yeah. So how has what's the COVID situation in Italy? I know I have friends in Europe, and everybody's still pretty locked down. It's not good. How are you surviving under those circumstances?
Well, COVID last year in March, we closed spontaneously 3 weeks, because we get a lot of, we was very afraid. I have to say the truth. We were lucky because nobody of us was infected at the first time, but here we was really like in a nightmare, like in a movie, like in a disaster movie, I should say. It was unbelievable, and I said, okay, let's keep the health, and we will come back. Let's think to us. So we send all our guys at home and say, stay safe at home until we will come back.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we keep going working. We have work, me and my family only, just for some things that we have to finish. Recently, we put a web shop, and we used that time to define everything for the web shop. You know, without the telephone ringing, we can do much more things in the office, of course. But it was a very, very scary moment. Yeah, so we stopped the business for 3 weeks, and then we restart with a lot of afraid, I have to say. But at that point, with all the measure, with the mask and everything, we restart. And I have to say the restarting was quite booming because, you know, COVID, the effect was on the work.
Yeah.
And I have to say, of course, serving several area in the world, there was some area that was already ready to restart and some other not. So
Yeah.
of course we restart with that kind of area that was ready.
Yeah.
Actually, what I can say, yeah, it's going up and down, up and down. We heard TV every day. The situation is still not clear. And let's hope now that the vaccine is will arrive quickly, and I really hope they will going to cancel this that story, because I guess we all needed to come back to the normal life.
Someday. So let's go see some flowers because we're going to run out of time here. Let's go see some flowers.
Now,
Yes.
okay. So this is the cooler of the Rascas. As you see, we store here as the stuff arrive, and of course we have to transform in every kind of weight. We have 150, 200 gram, and all different length.
Okay.
So it's everything is must be remake. And then this is the green area. Here there's something that is going to be ready for some customer here in Europe. You see the bucket, we send this stuff by truck because there's the bucket with the water inside, which is not allowed, of course, to go by plane. And this is the area where the people works for the greenery.
You ship in buckets when it goes by truck, so you keep them wet.
Yeah, we ship in truck, and we ship by box, but also we ship with this kind of trolley, which they are very, very useful and fast. As you can see, they have the wheels and they can move it quickly.
Okay.
This is, of course, something that is going, for example, to a customer to Norway. Let's see what there's here. Yeah, this is going to Sweden, for example.
Okay.
And here some boxes ready. This is Singapore.
Well, you're a very global country, a global company.
Here we have some. This is for Germany.
Yeah.
This is Seoul.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to Miami.
Miami, there you go.
This is Ontario. Here are more boxes to Singapore. This is more boxes to US. Let me see, what is that?
So Gampi,
this
these
is here.
are these daily orders or like standing orders? Are you on the phone every day with your customers?
Yeah, exactly. There's some order they are standing, so repetitive order. Some other people they love to call every day. I mean, not every day, but every 2-3 days we call on the phone. Yeah, I live on the phone and I talk my whole day with all the customer.
Okay, well, good. Yes, lovely.
This is some ranunculus that we just harvested today. So at the moment you see they are right as they are arrived here. So they are not they are still not worked. So that you have several length. You see, this is very, very long. Of course, it's too long to sand.
Yeah.
But then will be, of course, a pack. This way, this is the package for Europe. But then for US, we prefer another kind of package because the plastic could be too dangerous in the long
trip. Yeah.
Trip.
Yeah.
Let's see some more flower. This is ready to go to Sweden, for example.
So are there no more carnations being grown in San Remo?
Oh, well, so carnation, it's now became very small, very, very small demand and also small, I mean, it's the worldwide demand, but of course today, South America is
Yes.
producing in much larger quantity. I know there's still some customer, they love to get the Sanremo carnation because they are very big. Maybe we have some today. I will going to check it.
All right. Well, you have lots of flowers to sell, which is nice. You're finding demand to be quite strong, I take it?
I'm sorry, say again.
You're finding the demand for flowers and your products being very strong, I think, right now, yes?
Yes, yes, I have to say yeah, this is the peaking of the season, of course. So there's really a lot of demand. This is, for example, something quite fancy. This is the dyed anemones with the powder.
Okay.
We can have different coloration, of course. This is a stock of we call the Arlequin.
Okay. Looks like candy.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And this is
Are
all
you
stuff
growing-
that is ready to go.
Are you growing all these or are you buying them from local growers as well?
No, ranunculus, we grow quite a good quantity. We don't grow, of course, everything. The anemones, they are got from some supplier that work with us since a lot of years. This is the tiger anemones, very requested. This is the full star. This is another novelty in anemones.
Oh, beautiful.
Here I have some sweet pea. This is something that US love.
Sweet peas, yes, exactly.
And this is the package. You see, we put some
Okay.
gel pack to protect them. And this is good for when they will arrive to our customer, will be live for 15 days. It's a good way to save some time. So yeah, that's
All right, well, I will put that up on the video. I'll put the URL up there so people can contact you directly. And it's been a beautiful day for you. I'm glad that everything is beautiful in Italy. It's a lovely day here in Orlando. So I thank you for your time. I'll edit this and then you can give me a little bit of that other dried area you have.
Yeah, I will go into, yeah, I will, in a minute, we will show our dried location and all, I mean, a part of the stuff because we have more than 200 items at the moment available. So I will show you something very interesting.
Okay, beautiful. And you have a nice day and thank you for this time.
Thank you, Willie. It was a pleasure.
Okay.
Say hello. Bye-bye, everybody.
Ciao.
Sidewalks wide every day.